Okay, y'all, let's do a quick recap. Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can share my screen, share a tab, and then share my. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. I don't want nobody to see this. Share my tab. Because we need to talk about this. Because apparently, Stranger Things 5 is not going to be long, but in the future it's not going to take a whole another 2 years. It'll probably be just next summer or whatever, like it has been every summer. Okay, so season 5 has to be the last season. Like, where else is the story going to go? A lot of the channels on YouTube, the blog channels or whatever, the review channels, they made the correlation. Excuse me, it's after 6 a.m. and I've been up all fucking night waiting to watch it, and then I watched it. I fell asleep for a couple of minutes, but I still watch it. At least I didn't, miss any of the important parts. Okay, so a lot of the channels that review Stranger Things, did y'all notice that they were making the correlation of Eddie Munson and Eddie Munster? Okay, so they did predict that his character was going to be killed off. Steve, no, because Steve, um he's really he's experienced in the whole upside down thing, but Eddie isn't. So Eddie felt like that he needed to do whatever he needed to do to not be a bitch and not be a runner. He went back and he fought the bats, which, to tell you the truth, was kind of unnecessary once you think about it. Because if he would have just, oh, oh God, if he would have just stayed with Dustin, if he would have just stayed with Dustin, then he would have been, still alive. The bats would have just fallen off with everything else that was going on. Like Vecna was being set on fire. Max was getting all fucked up. Oh, poor Max. Max was getting fucked up. I don't see why Eddie's character had to die off the way he did, but I understand because he was a lovable character, and this show this show has a habit of introducing new lovable characters. Like, who was Joyce's boyfriend a couple of seasons ago that sacrificed himself? Now Eddie sacrificed himself for some fucking bats. Um, I hated how Joyce and Murray were in the Soviet Union the whole season up until the end. Like, I'm glad they were able to reunite in the end, with the kids and Elle and everything. But I'm like, damn, y'all, like, each group didn't know what each group was doing. Like, Argyle, everybody was in Argyle's truck, past the Dutch on the left hand side. Everybody was in Argyle's truck going to Nevada and Colorado and shit. Where the fuck did they get gas money from? I'm confused. So you mean to tell me that little piece of shit band lasted all the way from California to Nevada? I mean, to California to Colorado, Nevada, all that shit, all the way back to fucking Hawkins? No, 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 no. Where they get gas money from, bruh? Unless they raided that agent's pockets and took his money. But other than that, like, I don't. And I'm ready for Will to profess his love to Mike. Will, tell Mike that you just want to suck his dick. Just tell him. Just tell him that you're in love with him. but it never seems to be the right time. Either Elle's having some sort of convulsion, or she got to vibrate, and her nose and her eyes got to bleed and shit, and it's always something getting in the way of Will telling Mike how he really feels. Next season, I don't know what's going to happen with Will, but that little itching at the back of his neck, I don't know if that can well, if he is connected. I think he is connected to Vecna in the Upside Down. That's why he can feel everything that's going on with the Upside Down, and he obviously felt that everything wasn't over. The visions that what's her name, Nancy, was having, that Vecna showed her, actually turned out to be right. Like, I thought that the visions and everything was going to intercept. I thought, not the visions, I thought, them fighting Vecna was going to intercept the outcome, but it didn't really do anything. Like, excuse me, I know y'all sick of hearing me yawning, but I literally just finished watching this shit. I thought fighting Vecna in the Upside Down was going to intercept everything that's going to happen, but no, the army still came into Hawkins. The four-way earthquake that descends into hell, that still happened in Hawkins. Mike and Nancy's family was all right, but still, like, Hawkins is slowly turning into the Upside Down. So if Hawkins is going to turn into the Upside Down, what's going to happen to the rest of the world? So that's why they have to kill Vecna. Now, when Will was telling Mike, we have to kill him once and for all. And I'm like, how? How are you going to kill? You set the motherfucker on fire. He was already Freddy Krueger like. You set him on fire. What else? How else can you destroy Vecna? And how else can you destroy? You know what? I'm thinking that they have to go to Victor Creel's house where Vecna originated. Oh, and burn that shit down. That's the only thing I can think of, because that attic in the Upside Down obviously is the attic in the house, and if you burn it down, then there's no way that Vecna can do his thing. Hopefully on the other side also, but that's just an idea. I don't see. But here's my thing. In volume 1, didn't Dustin say something about the Upside Down was around even before the beginning of time? It was, because when Henry or Harry turned into Vecna and he was cast out into that place, he said that it was untouched on something by mankind, and you saw the little baby demogorgons. So that place already existed. So if you kill Vecna, do you kill the place too? And how do you kill that place? Like, how do you go back to the origins to find out where it came from, to figure out how to get rid of it, to figure out how to get Hawkins back? You know what I mean? So yeah. This whole cult shit, I heard about the whole satanic panic that happened in the 80s, and the news on Hawkins, it was saying that, oh, Eddie's still missing, and he's responsible for the string of satanic deaths and all that poor man's uncle. I was like, damn. Now, if you come and give me a loved one's necklace saying I was with them at the time of their death, where's their body? Oh, well, you know what? At the time of their death, and when they were having an earthquake, you probably told them, hey, Eddie fell in between the cracks and he's at the center of the bottom of the earth. Journey to the center of the earth. You know what I mean? So That's one way to look at it and make up some type of story for Eddie's death, because he was still missing at the end of the series. I'm sorry, at the end of the season. So there we have it. Trying to see what else. What the hell has happened? Um, let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what else to talk about. But hold on. Let me see if I'm able. Let me put my glasses on, y'all. Let me put my glasses on. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. It doesn't hurt me. I don't know. I can't play this. I can't play this. I can't play this on here. Um okay, yeah, I can't play. Can we go to like a picture? Can we show a picture? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Let's see if we can show a picture, cuz we can't, we'll be copyrighted over here. Try and spark some of the questions or concerns that I have about this season. Uh so they came back with episode 8, Papa. Oh, the whole Russian experiment. This right here. Okay, so in season 5, the Soviet Union is going to have to help them with this shit, because they have a direct access to the upside down. They have a direct access. So my thing is, if the Soviet Union has a direct access and they're experimenting on these demogorgons, and so how are they going to be able to close it up? How are they going to be able to destroy it? Do they know about Vecna, or do they just know about the monsters? Or do they just know how to keep the monsters at bay? So that's what I want to know. Let's see. Let's pause, freeze frame this. And like I said, Will needs to tell Mike how he feels. He needs to tell Mike that he wants to suck his dick. Okay? So, yeah, Will needs to tell Mike how he feels. Stop scratching the back of his fucking neck. Let's see. Okay, yeah. So this part right here, this is where Vecna was foreshadowing a little bit to Nancy, showing her how things were going to end up. And he was absolutely right. He said, this is the beginning of the end. So I'm trying to figure well, I can't figure it out because I'm not a fucking writer on the show. But I would love to know how he comes back to life. Yeah, I want to know how he comes back to life, because okay, they set him on fire, and they broke all his ties to the people that he was harming, and especially to Max. Poor fucking Max. Damn, I was like, oh, they're gonna have two characters die at the end of this season, but Max is just in a coma. So hopefully next season, it's another time jump, but not too far away, because it's not gonna take long for Hawkins to turn into the upside down. It's not, So, apparently, I saw an article the day before yesterday and today The writers, when they were being pitched the idea for season 5, they started crying, and I was like, oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Like everybody, haven't they been through enough, especially Max? Like, I did not want the show to go into the direction of Max dying, and then her mom just being by herself. Like, that's so fucked up. But she's in a hospital. Where the fuck was her mom? If she was in a hospital, where the fuck was her mom? Like, it's cool she had all their friends there and everybody met, and um everybody met up and shit like that, and Elle went back into the unknown where she roams inside of her head. But other than that, what the fuck was Max's mom? Where the fuck was her mom? That's another thing about this show. How come the parents aren't concerned enough? Like, your kids run off for a couple of days. I don't give a shit if it is spring break. Your parents run off for a couple of days, and you say, "Oh, dinner's ready," and they don't even show up because they're in a whole nother dimension. Like, um, the brothers, the Duffer brothers, they're gonna have to do a little bit better with the kids schedule of Hawkins, and uh they're gonna have to excuse me, y'all, they're gonna have to make it a little bit more realistic, because Erica and Lucas's parents, come on now, they're black parents. Where the fuck are your kids? When was the last time you seen your kids? But yeah, let's see what else. This house is a house to work for people. It's only in the hand of love. Okay, they're making their plans and shit like that. Let's see. I'm half sleep, y'all. I'm half sleep. I'm fine sleep. I might just end it right here. Yeah, I'm gonna just end it right here because I'm half sleep and I'm rambling, but that's my little mini review. I've already been on here with 20 minutes. I had to be at work this afternoon, and I'm tired. But that was my little Stranger Things review. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Go subscribe to my podcast YouTube page, Peaches and Dream Podcast. I'm gonna put everything in the description box when I wake back up. And if there's anything else about Stranger Things that I forgot to talk about, I'll just come back on here and upload it. But yeah, that's what I thought about, the end of the series. Actually, one more thing. One of my friends saw the last 2 episodes on one of those bootleg websites and spilled some tea. She didn't tell me what was going to happen, but she did say that the ending was going to make me really, really sad. And I am sad because, they killed off the lovable character that's introduced within the season. And, that's it. Like, damn Eddie. But Eddie went out like a G, a stupid G, but he went out like a G because he did not have to cut that sheet. And what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, who told you to do that? Go sit your ass down somewhere. Go hide with just Dustin. But I guess they had to make it really dramatic, and you have to be careful who they decide to kill off, because next season it's gonna be all holds no holds barred, or some whatever the fuck they say. Nothing is off limits. So, damn. Okay, I said I was gonna get off of here.